So, you've logged into Charlie and you find you have a CR. What do you do next? Not a thing. Sit back and wait. You'll have given access to your calendar to a member of student conduct who will take it from here. They will look at your schedule and the student schedule and set something up for you. You'll get an email that lets you know a hearing has been scheduled, and you'll find it sitting in your schedule. It will have the last names of the students and the number of the case. So now what do you do? Not a thing. Just wait until the day of the hearing. Okay, so it's the day to meet with the student. Now what do you do? Okay, you can finally do something. Go into Charlie. Then, type in the case number here and click Select. That will take you to this screen. Go ahead and scroll down and reread the narrative to refresh what happened. Now wait for your meeting. When the student comes into your office, you are going to want either a copy of the narrative or have it up on your computer screen. So, you have the student in front of you. Now what? Talk to them. Get to know them. Ask them about how they like Virginia Tech, their residence hall, their classes, that awesome hat they're wearing. Build a rapport. Find a segue and ask if they know why they are there to talk to you. Here's a hint. They will know, even if they say they don't. Ask them if they've ever been to an agreed resolution meeting. If not, explain it to them. Then talk through the issue. At the end, if they've agreed to the resolution, tell them to either hang out in your office or wait in a waiting area until you finish the paperwork. You should do all the paperwork at that very moment for 99% of the meetings you will have. It should be very rare that you don't finish the paperwork at that minute. Go back to their case details and click on Meeting and Hearing Management, and then Update Case. When you get to the next screen, you first need to assign charges. You are doing this after the meeting because you shouldn't go into the meeting assuming what you are going to charge the person with. That's for formal hearings. Here's where you will input charges. There are a lot of charges. Pick the ones that apply and click on Add More Charges if you need to, and then click Submit. You'll go back to the case detail screen. Just click on Meeting and Hearing Management and Update Case, and you'll go here. There is quite a bit to do on this screen. First, check the boxes for who attended and to send them an email. Second, enter the plea. Third, enter the outcome. Fourth, add all sanctions. You'll click on the Finding drop-down and there will be a long list. Choose the one that is applicable. The effective date is typically the day you are having the hearing. The completion day for a formal warning is that day, so you click Complete in Status. But for probation, or in this case a reflection paper, the completion date is the day it is due. When that day has come, you need to log back in and change the incomplete status to complete. Finally, you enter the decision date, typically the day you had the hearing, and then the appeal date. For an agreed resolution, there is no ability to appeal, so the appeal date is the same day as the decision date. So let's say you've agreed to them not being responsible. You'd charge them with not in violation of university policy. You'd enter a plea of not responsible, and in the outcomes, you'd use the dash. Then, you'd enter not in violation of university policy for the finding and a status of complete. Then hit Submit, and an email will be sent to the student. But say this was the first example where you found them responsible. Is this all you need to do? No. Next, log on to scholar.vt.edu and log in. You'll click on My Active Sites and choose SC and HRL. Click Resources. On this page, you can find a lot of things. I suggest you explore it. The folders you'll click on most are Agreed Resolution and Sanctioning. In Sanctioning, you'll find info sheets of many of the sanctions. You'll find out more about these in training. For now, we're going to click on Agreed Resolution. You'll then choose Agreed Resolution Summary Sheet. Now you can fill out the sheet with the name of the student, your name as the conduct officer, the case number, and the date of the meeting. Then click the box next to the violation and type in AR for accept responsibility. Then type in the rationale. This does not need to be a novel, just a straightforward reason why they were found responsible. Then type up the sanctions. It's good to copy and paste any documentation you wrote about any of the sanctions from the Charlie page into here. Finally, you'll print it off. Most of the time, the student is going to initial next to the agreed resolution, but if you've spoken to them and they just don't feel like a resolution can be reached, it is absolutely okay for them to request a hearing. They need to initial there and choose a preference. As it says on the sheet, that preference is not guaranteed. You will need to have 2 copies, one for them and one for you. They will need to sign both, as will you. Once they've signed it, they can go on their merry way. You will then make sure that the agreed resolution form gets back to your supervisor or to student conduct. I hope you've found this video informative. If you have any questions, please speak with your supervisor or someone in student conduct. Thank you.